WWE analyst Sam Roberts recently discussed the Bloodline saga. He claimed the future of the storyline could see a major superstar turn babyface. Solo Sikoa has led the new bloodline in a civil war against Roman Reigns and the Og bloodline. However, the self-proclaimed tribal chief lost the Eula Fala to the OTC earlier this month on Raw. While his future remains uncertain, Roberts suggested the former NXT North American champion must turn babyface, as he predicted he would go into a feud with his current personal enforcer Jacob Fatu. The 41-year-old Raw Talk host pointed out on his Not Some Wrestling podcast that the potential feud between Sikoa and Fatu should lead the Samoan werewolf into a rivalry with Reigns. Hence, he pointed out that Sikoa has to be the one to turn babyface as he fights his 32-year-old cousin. On the same episode of his Not Some Wrestling podcast, Sam Roberts pointed out that a match between Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu could happen at SummerSlam this year. However, he claimed WWE could stretch out the story for much longer. Fatu is scheduled to fight Braun Strowman this weekend on Saturday night's main event. Roberts predicted the Samoan werewolf would come out on top. In the ever-evolving world of professional wrestling, character alignment shifts, whether from heel, villain, to babyface, hero, or vice versa, are pivotal storytelling elements that can redefine careers and reshape entire storylines. According to wrestling commentator and podcast host Sam Roberts, a significant WWE superstar must turn babyface, with the driving forces behind this transformation being the reign of Roman Reigns and the potential rise of Jacob Fatu. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, has held the Universal Championship for over 3 years, delivering some of the most compelling work of his career. Under the guidance of Paul Heyman and backed by the Bloodline faction, his dominance has been nearly unparalleled. However, this long-standing control over the main event scene has begun to create a need for a powerful counterbalance. Reigns' character, a manipulative, brutal leader who demands loyalty at all costs, has systematically taken down challengers from Drew McIntyre to Cody Rhodes. Sam Roberts argues that Roman's reign creates a vacuum for a credible babyface to not only oppose him, but also provide a fresh dynamic to WWE programming. While the likes of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens have offered momentary resistance, Roberts believes that a full-fledged babyface turn from a major star currently perceived as a heel is the key to revitalizing the balance of power. Another name Roberts highlights is Jacob Fatu, a standout talent from Major League Wrestling (MLW) and a member of the Wwe family, the same wrestling dynasty as Roman Reigns and the USOs. Known for his fierce in-ring style and undeniable charisma, Fatu has drawn comparisons to legends like Yokozuna and Umaga. If Jacob Fatu were to make his way to WWE, his presence could further solidify the dominance of the Samoan dynasty storyline. Roberts emphasizes that introducing Fatu into the WWE ecosystem would intensify the need for a heroic figure to challenge the overwhelming power of the bloodline. A character who can believably withstand the physicality and psychological warfare of both Reigns and Fatu would need to emerge, creating an electrifying narrative of resistance against an unstoppable familial faction. Roberts offers a few candidates who could make the babyface turn to fulfill this role. Seth freaking Rollins has been one of the most versatile performers in WWE, shifting between heel and face roles seamlessly throughout his career. Currently portraying a flamboyant, borderline anti-heroic character, a definitive babyface turn for Rollins could reignite his rivalry with Reigns in a fresh context. Their shared history from The Shield provides a deep well of storytelling possibilities. Rollins could lean into his resilient, fan-favorite persona to counteract the ruthlessness of Reigns and the potential menace of Fatu. The Viper, Randy Orton has spent much of his storied career as a villainous figure. However, Orton's natural charisma and deep connection with the WWE audience make him a strong candidate for a babyface transformation. A returning Orton, motivated by a desire to take down the oppressive bloodline after a long absence due to injury, would be a powerful narrative thread. His experience, veteran status, and RKO finisher would provide the perfect foil for Reigns' dominance. NXT standout Braun Breaker, the son of Rick Steiner, has been making waves with his explosive power and intensity. Although currently presented as a heel in NXT, Breaker possesses the raw potential to become a major babyface on the main roster. His family legacy, coupled with his hunger to prove himself, would make for a compelling story as he seeks to challenge the tribal chief and his allies. While Drew McIntyre has already played the babyface role against Roman Reigns, his recent character development as a more ruthless, morally ambiguous figure could set the stage for a redemptive arc. A reimagined, reinvigorated McIntyre could bring fresh depth to his pursuit of toppling Reigns and Fatu, portraying a hero who has learned from his past failures and is willing to go to greater lengths to achieve victory. For a babyface turn to be successful, certain elements must be in place. The WWE Universe needs to feel a genuine emotional connection with the character. Authenticity is key. The audience must believe in the motivations driving the face turn. Additionally, the antagonist must be sufficiently detestable, making the audience yearn for their comeuppance. Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu provide the perfect villains. Reigns' calculated cruelty and psychological manipulation make him a despised figure, while Fatu's sheer ferocity and family ties to the bloodline add a layer of intrigue and danger. The chosen babyface must be portrayed as courageous, resilient, and relatable, embodying the values of perseverance and justice. Sam Roberts' argument that a major WWE superstar must turn babyface because of Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu is rooted in the idea of balance. Wrestling thrives on the struggle between good and evil, hero and villain. As the bloodline's dominance continues, the need for a hero who can rise to the occasion becomes more pronounced. This isn't just about defeating Reigns in the ring. It's about creating a seismic shift in the storytelling landscape of WWE. Whether it's Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, Braun Breaker, or Drew McIntyre who steps into the role of the conquering hero, the possibilities for captivating, emotionally charged narratives are endless. A well-executed babyface turn, propelled by the overwhelming threat of Reigns and Fatu, could redefine the main event scene for years to come. Wrestling is, at its core, about moments, and the rise of a new hero to challenge the tribal chief and his allies would undoubtedly be one for the ages.